citizen and UID not enabled citizen because he or she is in the pipeline for whatever reason. I was just asking, in fact, Shrikant, what is the percentage of BPL people coming in the existing 2 million? And he was saying it's a fairly large number, which is very heartening. Because what I'm worried really as an application developer is that UID will cover really the top of the pyramid people first, and BPL people will come at the end. Then the applications will wait till UID. They can't wait. So we have a problem here as an application developer. Government wants us to build systems. They want us to use UID. At the same time, everybody is not UID, enabled. So we need to build a system here which are parallel, which work without UID. At the same time, when UID become well established, they are integrated, which is another thing that we need to think through when we build an application. Now, for example, ration card management system as an example that we are giving now. Now, we need to roll it out with or without UID. Right now, we need that system to work. And at many states that we interact, this question comes again, how are we going to go about doing it? Shall we wait for UID or shall we ignore UID and first finish everything? Both of them are wrong. How do we do this parallel development? So it's like changing the plane, as they say, engine when you are flying. UID integration. So basically, what we are saying is UID integration to be perceived as a plug-in to the benefit distribution framework. And that's the kind of architecture we are thinking through and building. How we can plug in, how we can make it happen on fly as we move along an application. And that's something that UID and application developers need to work together. Last solution, as I said, is actually, this is all beyond what we call SDLC. SDLC is nothing other than software development life cycle. The point we are making is the issues of benefit management are really flowing outside software development life cycle. Solution providers need to know all that is needed to make UID mapping to benefit successful, and that is beyond SDLC. One is, of course, effective awareness program. How are we going to make people aware of using the beneficiaries? And how will they know that UID is going to go towards making their benefits faster and cheaper? And all these are real social challenges. I'm sure Aadhaar is doing their job of propagating it, but I think government will have to also make this awareness program, starting maybe from the schools, as we think, because that's the best way to get it to parents through schools. For today's school system and interaction of parent and students. So one way of doing it, awareness maybe through schools, so that people are really aware of the benefits that they can avail out of UID, not just UID per se. Handholding at a grassroots level, especially in NREGA kind of programs, I don't see any benefit system will work unless we have real intervention at the bottommost level, where the actual, actual cash disbursement is happening, and training at that level, awareness at that level. It's going to be a huge challenge. It's going to be a huge issue. We need to be prepared for it to make it faster and successful. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I do see the issues there. Empathize with differently abled. I'm saying, like usage screen readers to fill up physically handicapped certificate application on time, and so on. Applications are required, and training of staff is required. So the point I'm making is UID's biggest power, as I see it, is one of the powers, if I may use, but I think important power is making benefits happen directly. I see that in our kind of system where there is a corruption and leakages, most powerful application is that. However, the challenges remain from the application providers, as I have explained, in terms of parallel integration, the domain issues, the issues of rolling out and awareness. We need to think through that. Another one or two things I would just pose them as a question mark that to us come as an application provider. Maybe Shrikant can answer in question answer. I think, see, UID data that we use has a demographic component in terms of age, many other things which are not part of UID. Now, who takes the ownership of synchronizing the changes with the various benefits domain data? What I see happening, if we don't manage this properly, we'll have some duplicate data for a single UID number, which are contradictory and which can create a lot of issues. So there is this whole issue of ownership and synchronization of data, and we need to think through that again. I'm putting it on table and don't have a solution. In case of realizing a threat to UID data, who triggers the damage controls? That's a question I think maybe you can answer the best. But the point I'm making is for us as an application developer, all these issues of security, privacy of data, and how the UID issues will impact our system are really top of our mind. Some of these things will be answered, I'm sure, with UID coming out and technology teams that they have. But some of the issues are really at the customer level, government level, at the level of the citizens, and some of them we'll have to solve as we go along. And particularly this transition phase of UID-enabled and non-UID-enabled people, and how they impact the applications is a major issue. So I'll stop here. I didn't hear any bell happening, so I think I must have finished in time. Thanks.